Aquarius, speaking of isolation,
Isolation Masters.
we're going to go with the Vampers deck. Aquarius, this is going to be not the easiest lunar eclipse you've ever been through. Let me tell you that one. With Saturn in your own sign. It's definitely not easy. You know, it's a lot easier when Saturn's in your own sign and sometimes the eclipses are with you, but, you know, when they're squaring you, it's kind of like, what the heck? Especially in your 4th and 10th. And, you know, I feel like with Mercury retrograde in your love house, whoo, Jupiter and Venus and Aries is, I mean, honestly, Aquarius, you're so clear on knowing what you always want. It's just about how you know how to communicate now and how well you know how to be in the environment and change your environment and change the way that you are instead of staying in these weird places. And I know Pluto's still retrograding in your 12th, but I feel like, you know, this Pisces energy showed you the dreams possible. Like, did you self-undo that, or what did you do to create that? Your first card that flew out here was the 9 of Swords in reverse. So this is you getting over your fears. I mean, you getting over, fears of realizing that you're out of, you know, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. This could go any way, because the 9 of Swords comes up after the 8 of Swords. It's like waking up and realizing, oh shit, what was that? How did I get there? But this reversal is like, did you even do that yet? She's not looking too, she's looking very defensive and scared, although this is reversed. So is Aquarius finally going to get over their defenses and being scared and having anxiety or weird, stupid little tiny fears? Sun reversed. But we did get a King of Wands here. So yeah, I think that you're ready for happiness, but I think that, you know, you're not expressing yourself. This is about expressing it, knowing how to express what you really want. You know, that Sun card, it's really difficult if it doesn't know how to fully express itself in the sun and just burn itself bright and happy. And not, you know, it almost is like the odd energy. I know that you are the oddball of the zodiac, but I feel like you're not so odd that you can't be expressing. What's going on with that expression? Star card. You know, I think a lot of this is you get a new shot back at life, you know, with love and happiness. You know, it's like, hey, start fresh. Start from a fresh place of where you're at now and expressing yourself. Stop like always looking back at the past or where you weren't able to free yourself or whatever the causes were, or whatever issues you went through, whatever personal stuff you went through. It's all washed away. It's all a new beginning. It's all this fresh new start. It's all like following where the divine's calling you to express yourself. What's up with this King of Wands up here? Ace of Pentacles. There's definitely a door that you want to open up here. This definitely feels like a door that you've been wanting to. I mean, the King of Wands doesn't just get there out of nowhere. You got to go through the whole entire Wands to get to that King of Wands. So I feel like it's like something that you've been really wanting to open here. And that doorway's opening. And, you know, what's the fears here? And I think that a lot of it is your expression. Are you maybe fearing that by you doing this that you'll lose the expression that you've had? But really, I think the big question is, have you even really had the expression of what you think might be lost? Like, maybe this is trying to open up the door to fully show you what expression really is. Wow, you got the Emperor here. I mean, I feel like this is definitely your big week here to really make the big shift. I mean, I love these 3 cards, the Star card, the Emperor, and the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, this is kind of this new start that just jumps to the Emperor, that just jumps into this really powerful, beautiful doorway that's already been being built, especially with that King of Wands behind it. The only thing that we're really seeing here weird is the Sun card reversed, which is definitely a self-expression energy. That just came popping out, and you did get the 4 of Swords. I mean, this is where you want to find serenity. You want to find peace. You want to find that place that really brings you to a place that you call home, that brings you to a place where you emotionally can really put yourself, your anxieties and your moods definitely in a place where you feel safe and secure. So, but you got to have that courage to go to that place. Wow, you're pulling weird cards, like 2 cards at a time. You got a Queen of Cups here, and then you did get the 10 of Wands in reverse. That's great. I mean, I feel like you're definitely... It's not... I'm going to be honest with you. You have no excuses. You don't have a lot going on that you're... I'm going to be honest. Whenever I see a 10 of Wands in reverse, it's like with a Queen of Cups like this, it's almost like... Well, it's not like you have too much in your life holding you back from... Fucking, it's not like you're on some big quest right now that you're trying to force to happen right now or anything. It's kind of like, hey, I'm open for. Look at how she's chilling. She's just like, yeah, I'm ready for all that you want to give me. I'm ready to wrap I'm ready to wrap all my shit all around you. Like, I'm not out there trying to fucking do all this crazy shit. No, not at all. So I got a feeling that you are at a place where this week you are really, really to kind of put out this expression of what you really want in a very powerful way and not being afraid to do that. You're going to have to you're going to have to try hard. You got a 5 of Swords there. Even if maybe they're not going to like it. I mean, you got to kind of, whether this is your last shot or whether this is your first shot, you're definitely giving it your best shot. Whatever it is this week. What's your spiritual advice card that you got here? Knight of Wands in reversed. Is that having to do with not going after things? Well, Queen of Swords, yeah. You've been thinking a lot with your head, which still do in the direction, but I almost feel like you need to show expression and leap. You need to show the leap. Having conversations is one thing and being clear, but seeing the energy of leaping towards somebody and giving them a hug, especially, I'm going to be honest, Aquarius, you're not the one to be seen leaping for love. That's too weird for you. So this is definitely learn to leap for love a little bit. Say a hallelujah. Say hallelujah with me, Aquarius. Hallelujah. You got a Justice card up right here too. This is definitely looking really good. Like this is definitely... I feel like this is finally a moment here where it feels like it's aligned in yourself and it's aligned for you to finally come out to express yourself and not worry so much about the expression of however it goes. Hey, it's better to give it your best shot in life than not. Wow, you got a Knight of Pentacles there too. It's time to move your life forward. I feel like this is an amazing reading. I can't even believe how many good cards are here. What's the outcome going to be with this? Well, at least you're not going to be dealing with the fucking old devil anymore. So I feel like, maybe the devil was you and your own self and your own fears and your own anxieties and trapping yourself kind of in this weird space. I pulled if you were letting go of some stupid energy, it's a fake magician, somebody who's not understanding of the divine. So maybe you've been wasting your time a little bit on the side still, or holding on to somebody that really doesn't understand this kind of spiritual shit and understand any of the magic. So that's at least, I think, happening. That's giving you this energy to move forward. Who are you moving towards? I'm going to go off for a second. Who are you moving towards here? Wow. 5 of Wands. Somebody who's could definitely argue with you or get into some crazy energy, but they're definitely a light worker, definitely not somebody who's afraid to back the dark away, and somebody who's got a lot of shit going on and definitely not afraid of confrontation. So maybe they intimidate you a little bit. Got an Ace of Cups here. With the Tower card, I feel like it's this kind of emotional shock that might be coming, and I kind of think it's funny because the person that you're probably thinking of or that you're trying to, whether it's your partner, whether it's somebody you're going after or somebody you're dating or something, you probably think like they're too busy defending something or doing something, or, this is the card of sports or the card of just doing like a bunch of stuff. And you might feel like that you might be causing them a conflict by shocking them with this extreme emotional shit. But it doesn't look like it is. Look at that. We got a Page of Pentacles there. It's like, that's the offer that needs to be made, They only pay attention and turn around when real offers are being made, not when like just talks. I just want to talk about things. No, Aquarius, I'm sorry to say, love is a lot more than talking. It's a lot more than talking. I know that they say communication's everything in love, but I'm trying to tell you that you got to have love first. You know what I mean? Like, you got to have love first. You can't have like, well, I'm going to figure this out through fucking talking and just having like, can we talk about things? Let's see the love. Last card, just overall, look at that. 4 of Skulls. Like, I you know what? You know what you really want. So You can't act like you don't know because you know exactly what you want. I'll pull from the good old sacral chakra oracle. What do we got? Wow. Again, expression. It's all about expression. That was the only fucking card that I even saw here that had to do anything bad in your thing. Was expression. And your soul expressing yourself. And not being afraid to show your love things. Your love. Look at that. I love that card. You know why? That expression? Even the fucking saliva out of the mouth. Fuck it. That's what people want to see. You know? Some people are like, no, I don't want to see that. But it's like, no, we really want to see like the whole, like, the expression of happiness and love. And you got emotions here. So, you know, I know that you're afraid to show your expressions emotionally, but you know, you don't know what it's like when you actually like attach expression and emotion together. It's going to be a weird road in a weird emotional place, but hey. And look at that, expectations. You got to, I think that that's your issue. You're having way too many expectations and it's letting you down. And then you come across as this person like, are you going to do this for me? Are you going to do that for me? And this is what I need and this is what I want. Like, stop having expectations of one, in yourself, of how you should express yourself and your emotions, and two, what you expect others to respond with in life or how they respond. Just go do what you are ready to go do and stop being afraid to do it. And honestly, you have zero excuses. You got fifth house. You got second house here. Oh, sorry, fifth house and that's Gemini. Fifth house, Gemini, and Jupiter. It's definitely, you understand and you know what you want, but you gotta communicate more than just communicate. You gotta show the whole story. You gotta say it all. You gotta say it all, and you gotta say it all in the happiest place. You gotta express fifth house in a big way what you want. Remember, I know it feels like a tiny space that you want to try to understand in bite-sized form, but hey, if it's going to be bite-sized, it better be compacted with all that energy of expression and love. Back to you.
All right, Aqua. Well, it is a big time for expression of love. Mercury's retrograde in your fifth house, so you need to really figure out what it is you love, how you want to express yourself, and then express yourself. And, you know, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be something crazy. It doesn't have to be all radical. I know you want everything to be all crazy and radical. Like, this just has to be your heart. Like, what are you really feeling? Especially with this lunar eclipse that's going to be in your 10th house, sun in your 4th, with the North Node in your 4th. You know, there's a lot of emotion right now. And expressing that and being honest and truthful about it will be very helpful. I think this lunar eclipse in your 10th is a big one because it's in the 10th, and of course it is square Saturn in your sign. This is where you have to take responsibility. You have to step up for the life that you want. You have to step up for things. The only way to do that is to express yourself. It's to put it out there. And maybe you need to go back inward to realize this great courage that you have to no stops all the way, full expression of what you want, what you're feeling, how to make your life more comfortable, and how to deal with the emotions that you're feeling instead of just disregarding emotion. And you cannot blame other people. You cannot blame the world right now. You cannot blame a partner. This is where you have to take self-accountability. And that's the square to Saturn in your first, is you have to be accountable for why you haven't taken a step up or for why things aren't working out. You got to be able to look at yourself and internalize why you weren't expressing yourself fully to the max. And Jupiter and Venus are in your third house here, backing you up big time. The two benefics saying, talk, express yourself, look at your environment. How can you make a pivot? How can you make a change that's going to support your destiny? And where have you been holding yourself back? And again, the biggest thing here is there's no excuse. None. You have to own up to what you want right now to get more love into your life and to get more security and to get the mission that you really want to be on. It's not going to show up right now unless you take accountability and you strive for it and you have the courage and the persistence to trailblaze that. So you got that.
Trailblaze. Especially, I mean, I feel like, what else do you got, Aquarius, except to find what emotion really feels like? Because your Saturn transit came with all this energy about Taurus and Gemini, about emotions and Love, which is so opposite of the lands that you rule.